What's poppin'?
Like I literally don't use this, and every time I do, I forget how to use it.
That's how it is.
I'm confused.
Did I bring my Oh, let me get my notebook because that is going to be very important. Always from here.
Get it.
Anybody want a cat?
Anybody want a cat?
Anybody want a cat? Honey.
Welcome in.
He's for sale for 34 hours. He's available for 34 hours, honey.
Come on.
This baby.
Come on.
Honey.
How was your day?
It was great. It was very stressful at first. A good stressor. It's definitely a great stressor. What happened was, so I've been on this darn app called Clubhouse. If you guys haven't checked out Clubhouse, it's only for iPhone users, the shade. And I didn't know until last night when I went to go tell a friend, and they were like, "Girl, I can't go on there. It's only for iPhone users." And so I was like, "Ugh." But yeah, so I've been on this app for literally like the last couple of hours, just checking in different chat rooms and stuff like that. And one of the chat rooms had like well-known people in there that has an influence, and so I had to do like a elevator pitch. But in order to get to the elevator pitch, you have to wait like 3 hours, and so that's where the stressful part came in, as the patience, because then you like, if I jump out, I'm not gonna be able to come back in. It's literally like waiting in line. And so if you leave, the great thing about the app is that when you leave, you can do other things. So it's like kind of like a podcast. So you could listen to it in the background while you're doing other things. So you don't have to physically.
You don't have to engage, but it can be playing. Okay, got it.
Right. So you don't have to physically be in the app. The only thing is that you can't leave that physical chat room. So the minute you leave that chat room, you literally you're not gonna get no opportunity. And so yeah, that was the stressful part. And then when I got in, I did get a few followers from it, so that's a great thing. Yeah, from there I'm just gonna be checking out all the different chat rooms that they have. Yeah.
Can people follow you even if you don't participate in the room?
Yeah.
Like, what if someone sees your name and thinks it's cute, and so they could join like that?
Yeah.
They could follow you.
Mm-hmm. They could follow you, and then also, it's almost reminds me of like AOL.
Oh, okay.
Remember how you could be? It tells you like who's online and what, and then it tells you who chat room you in. Yeah. So it's like, who chat room you in?
Oh my god.
Right.
I used to have a sidekick.
Yes.
And my mom would be like, my mom be like, here they come. There they go.
Yes.
Mind you, it's just your friends from school.
Right.
It's the people you had class with.
Right. Just want to say hi.
Thank you for joining us. This is Conversations with Curtis. This is my first one in a long time. I can be a little awkward on camera. So this is me getting more comfortable, but Conversations with Curtis is just a space for me to talk to people I love, I find fascinating, and just talk about real things, cool things. And so I guess we'll just get started. So tonight, my guest is Whitney House. She's a longtime friend and bestie, and we went to Parsons together, so we've known each other for about how many years now?
Over 10, definitely
over 10. Okay,
over
here
10.
We are, y'all. And Whitney is she's a creator, she's a motivational speaker, she's a designer, she's a lot of things. And so tonight we're going to be talking about our mindsets, right? Preparing our mindsets for the new year, but also we're going to be making mood boards and vision boards for the 2021. So you may not actually see us working, but we will be working, and then every once in a while maybe we'll share and show it and talk about whatever. But yeah, let's get started. You ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, let's get
Maybe we
started.
should talk about some of the goals first.
Sure.
Okay. So what are you? I guess we could put in like I don't know if a category, but whatever. What are some of your goals? Name one goal that you have already that that you're already ready to put down on the paper.
Have the healthiest year of my life.
Lovely.
That is a bold statement, but Lord, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
I'm gonna have a healthy 2021, and I mean in my relationships. I mean in my personal self. I mean in my body. I mean in this part, this brain part.
Mm-hmm.
I want this to be its healthiest form. What about you? What's the one goal for you?
One of my goals is to what are my main goals? My main goal is to embrace my singlehood, because I feel like over the years I've lacked in that area for a really, really long time in terms of just being upset about being single. But single is actually a gift. And it's a
blessing. Yeah.
It's a blessing, and it took me a really long time to embrace that. And so for the last 2 days, well, I'm in my third day, I've been embracing that. I've been acknowledging, like, girl, you single, and that's okay. Like, you're not always gonna be single. And so that is one of my goals, to embrace my singlehood. So goals.
I think that's a beautiful goal. And I think what's so funny about that is actually we hear all the time that when you embrace your singlehood, it's usually when somebody pops up. Hi, welcome in.
Oh, hey, girl.
Yeah. So like, as soon as you say, hey, you know what? I really like this single thing. Oh my God, I'm about to see the world.
God is I know that's gonna happen.
God is like, oh, you want to see the world? See the world first.
See, hey, B-Hawk.
Hi, B-Hawk.
So that's one of the goals.
One of my other goals, so we could go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
One of my other goals, actually, well, my overall theme for 20. No, let me not jump. Okay, go slow. Another one of my goals in the same arena of love and romance is, and it goes with my first word, which was help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be in a very healthy romantic relationship.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Absolutely,
Period.
you are. Period.
Exclamation, actually.
Exclamation.
Yeah, no.
That's it.
A healthy love relationship, one where I can be my most authentic self, one where we can pray together, one where I'm allowed to cry, one where I have the space to cry, one where they are not afraid to cry. One where we choose each other, right? Like we're both, we're just both.
Right.
Yeah. And they're really nice. Like, you ever start talking about like a future relationship and be like, oh shit, I can feel them. Like
you can feel it. Mm-hmm.
Like you feel them. And that's how you'll know. Like, and that's the feeling, like this sweater is warm. Mm-hmm. When I'm with the person, I'm gonna feel like I have this sweater on.
Yep.
If you making me feel cold, that's very 2020.
It is. It's
I want to feel
very
hot.
20. I want to feel hot like a can of soup. All right, see, now I'm slacking because Kirker over there already got a whole thing going down, and I even get I only wrote. All right, honey, let me keep up.
Give another goal.
So I can't multitask and talk. So what I'm gonna say my goal, and then I'm gonna let Kirker talk, and then because when I'm looking over here is because I'm looking at the laptop because I want to draw something.
Okay.
So basically, so the other goal was to just be present which can be very difficult when you're an overthinker and you're like always thinking about the future and then you think about the past. And so learning to be very like present. That's really it.
Yeah.
Just being present. And that means being present means to listen to my body more. So if I'm tired, I need to take a nap. But I'm not really a napper kind of person, but that means I need to relax.
Right.
If I'm feeling creative, I need to, tap into that creative flow.
Right.
But yeah, that's my second goal.
Yeah, no, I think first of all, that's the craziest part is that I was reading my journal entry before 2020, and I talked about how in 2019 I really listened to my body and I learned how to really listen to it. And for those of us who, do struggle and have struggled with mental health and just anxiety, depression, all those words, it is so important to hear your body, because I'm learning more and more as I do the work that a lot of the times it's not anxiety. I'm tired. It's not anxiety. I'm hungry. It's not anxiety.
I'm just hungry, honey.
I just need to sit down. And so I think that is a beautiful goal that we should all really cherish and honor and respect, is like, what is my body saying, right? I think sometimes so often we get exhausted and we blame others, we blame the year. And 2020 was really like a sit down year. Like,
of course, it definitely
2020
was.
came in and said, girl, you've been going to that job you hate, sit down. You're rushing. 2020 was like, you just want to go from relationship to relationship? Sit down. Be by yourself. Do you like you? 2020 was saying, you spend a lot of money on unnecessary things. Girl, when's the last time you really cooked a meal? Hi, welcome in. Yeah, like 2020, and I also want to say this. I think it's really important that we go into 2021 not being upset with 2020.
That's a good one.
Because like anything, right? Like anything, if you Curtis, always bringing up relationships and love. You know how I do. If you go into a new relationship angry at your last one, your new boo is going to get the energy of your old boo.
It's a word. Come on.
So we need to treat 2021 like a new relationship, a new partner that don't know you. You swiped right on Tinder. They don't know nothing about you except your favorite color. And go into 2021 really reintroducing yourself to a new person. Don't blame 2020 for the person you are in 2021. If you're a negative person in 2021, it's because you're choosing to be.
Yep, that's a word.
Because 2020 pushed us
out of the box.
It pushed us out of the box.
I don't think there was a box. You just was pushed.
Oh no, 2020 was a hexagon. She's very multi angular, right? 2020 was not a circular girl.
No, not an ounce.
She's very irregular. Very. Y'all remember the 3 different types of triangles? Y'all remember those? Remember there was like a regular one, there was like a isolate something.
Yeah.
I'm an artist, not a mathematician. I don't know. But y'all remember, basically, again, go into 2021 as a new relationship, a new beginning, and spread the love, y'all.
I love that.
The love. Spread the love. Y'all could also, and everyone who's watching, please comment with some of your 2021 goals and just things that you've learned from 2020. We have a few days left, but you know, there's lessons that we've all learned. So if you're willing to share, this is an open space. You can write them below.
What are some of the things you've learned?
Yeah, someone said it felt more like a trapezoid, without a doubt.
That's a word. That's a fact.
Without a doubt. How many sides is on a trapezoid? Can you tell us? Look, I'm in my teacher voice. Can someone tell me how many sides are on a trapezoid? Is that 9?
All right.
Oh, error.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Girl, this is why we don't do cats.
This is
why we do dogs. But
no, dogs is worse. Learned
mental health is real.
Is real.
Without a doubt. Mental health been real.
It's been
real. And it's just so, I mean, we could talk about that all day. Oh, it has 4 sides. Look at that. Trapezoid has 4 sides. Well, that makes sense. There are 4 quarters in a year. Mm-hmm. So 2020 gave us sharp edges. Oh,
definitely gave sharp edges.
What did you ask me, House? I'm sorry.
What have you learned in 2020?
Oh, I wrote that the other day. So I learned. These are the 5 things I learned from 2020. Mm-hmm. Number 1, God is real. Number 2, self-love is up to me and only me. Number 3, gratitude provides abundance. Number 4, rejection is God's protection.
Hey, man, come on with the word, honey.
And number 5, I can't save anyone. I can only lead by example.
Girl, child. If that ain't a word, then I can't help y'all. I can't help y'all.
Oh, Camilla, I'm looking too. B-Hawk said, I learned that femme energy is power. That, seriously, I mean.
Tiana, who else is on here?
Everybody's on here.
Everybody on here. All right, y'all.
But yeah, no, B-Hawk, you're right. Femme energy is definitely power. And I think,
powerful.
I think 2020 also, I mean, again, it taught us people who thought they were like, people who navigated in strong, right? Mm-hmm. That was their thing, had to cry.
Yeah.
And if for those like myself who enjoy crying, if you had to cry, I really had to step into my shit and really be a boss, which was the first word I put down on my board.
Bro, I didn't, you know,
because I'm a boss. If y'all
how you
know.
get all that stuff down? And I started and then I
well, I prepare.
I
cut my pieces early.
Yes, that's what he does.
2021, be prepared.
Be prepared.
Cut your pieces.
Cut your pieces, honey.
Cut your pieces. Get them in order. So when people be like, oh, you want to go live and do a vision board? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about that. Like, so on my page, I posted today my tangible tip, which Whitney actually helped me discover that term.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, so my tangible tip for today was apply anyway. And I think I want to share this, and I just want to let people know, like, there are so many things we don't do because we're scared. In 2021, apply anyway.
Apply anyway.
If you want that house, apply. If you want that job, apply. If you're looking for love, join that app. Bumble is actually getting a lot of energy right now. They have a lot of commercials. I don't know Bumble. I'm a Tinder girl, so I did Tinder. I'm not on Tinder because y'all be bugging. And I'll be bugging.
Nick said,
all right, we're getting things. So I learned that it's okay to be alone. Letting go is self-love. Yes, letting go is self-love.
Yeah.
What? Oh, that's a great question. What is something you let? I'm now an introvert. Secretly, B-Hawk's always been an introvert, but that's another lie for another story.
That's another day. That's another thing for another day. That's another story.
Yeah, that's another thing for another day. But what's to Nick's thing, letting go of self-love. What's one thing you let go of this year, House, that actually made you stronger?
Letting go of New York. Letting go of New York because it came with a past.
Hey, letting go of New York.
Yeah, it came with a past that I was like, I've been over it, but of course, in perfect timing, everything. Not Curtis fixed my life.
Curtis is trying to fix his own. I cannot. Yeah. I'm exhausted. But no, go. You better have let go of New York City.
You said who?
AP said you better have let go of New York City.
Bruh. And so yeah, letting go of New York was, it came with ups and downs. But it was a much needed time for me to grow as an individual.
Right.
If you guys who don't know me, for like 17 years, I was a caretaker for my grandmother. And as of August,
we love caretakers. Shout out to all the caretakers watching.
Yeah.
For real, no, for real.
Yeah, she transitioned in August. But it wasn't, for me, it wasn't a sad space for me because I spent more than enough time with my grandmother. I took very great care of her, and made sure she had the best care ever. And so with me, whoever is now following me,
how quickly will Curtis cry?
I'm now living LA. And so LA for me is like a new beginning for Whitney, without having to be, a caretaker, having to be an aunt, having to be, an uplifter as a friend or any of those things. It literally was just me being Whitney. Yeah. And that's one of the things I had to let go of in 2020. And of course, that's really it, child. Money.
Cause baby. Woo. Yeah. Woo.
I'm gonna go a different route.
Is everybody okay? Is everyone okay? People are saying West Coast beginnings are that rebirth. Ooh, you better just restart your journey. I'm so proud of you, Nick said.
Yes.
Be hugged.
Thank you, guys.
Giving hands and hearts. Wow. That's
what are some of the things you guys had to let go in 2020? Let us know.
Yeah, what did y'all let go of? Whew, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Yeah. You let that breathe. Let that caretaker energy breathe, y'all.
Honey, cause baby,
it's real life. If you've ever taken care of someone, AP said it's okay to be nice. Fuck shame, just don't share.
I love that.
Right, like live your best life. Recognize that you have to be yourself at all times and that it is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Curtis, what are you over there doing? Looks like you're drawing a masterpiece. Oh, Ashley. I'm not drawing a masterpiece. I'm working on a vision board for 2021. So far, this is about my mental health, the brain. I'm taking care of her. I'm stepping into my boss energy.
Yes.
You guys know, if you don't know, I've been vegan for a couple of months now, so no meat, continuing this healthy eating. There is a lemon getting its little thing pinched. And so I'm really calling in a lot of, I've been celibate for, going on 4 years in 2021. And I just really would love a really good ass time.
I'm weak.
I don't want to be a thought, but I'm definitely looking for sexual energy to be a part of my 2021. And that's all I'm going to say. Drinking at any point in the day is okay. You guys, it's not gender exclusive, by the way. We're leaving that in 2020. Yes, we're still learning. Everyone's learning. We're calling out pronouns. We're using the right pronouns. We're learning how to be gender exclusive. Bust it open and drop it low. Thank you, friend, for the motivation. You know, I will keep you. I will keep you posted on the fun that I have. No. So proud of you both for full body reset. Yes. We need a full body reset. Everyone deserves a full body reset.
Everybody.
For everyone watching, I don't care how old you are, I encourage you all to look into physical therapy. In 2020, we have not been hugging. We just haven't been around people. And we haven't been receiving physical touch. And physical therapy is something that I've been engaging with in the year 2020, and it's been super, super helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm letting go of relationships that no longer serve me. Period.
Hey, Pastor Email.
Yes, welcome, Pastor. Because I'm not my body count. I'm letting go of, yes, we're letting go of relationships that no longer serve us. We're not gonna dive into that because Whitney's giggle is enough, and that's all you need to know. But what we will say is that, like I said in my lessons of 2020, rejection is God's protection. Mm-hmm. And rejection looks in, rejection is, it comes in many forms, right? Many forms.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always being like, the person being like, I'm not choosing you, this is not working. It is not getting a call back. It is bad communication. It is no support. It's a lot of things, So, shout out to everybody. Let's continue. Let's move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move forward. March.
Yeah, I think 2020 was needed, even though it came with its craziness. But I've seen a lot of people move. I've seen a lot of people
we had a lot of babies this year.
Yeah, a lot of babies. I've seen a lot of people open up their own shop, open up their own business. I've seen people get engaged, get married.
God is still moving. Things are still happening.
It was definitely a lot was still happening, child. A lot was definitely still happening. Let me try to let me see if this light gonna work.
Whitney, you haven't lifted up your vision board yet.
Because I ain't get nowhere yet.
Okay. The girls want to know what you're working on.
I started and then I changed my theme.
Oh, you changed your theme. All right. She's going different, y'all. She's doing something different.
I did something different.
What was I gonna say? Oh my gosh. I was gonna say something. I don't remember. Oh, I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
2020 felt like 2020 felt like a replay of 2016 to 2019, just really fast. It felt really, really fast. It felt just like these are 4 years of all the things you did.
Mm-hmm.
let's do it differently in this new year coming. Later, y'all. Who was gonna fall?
Later, be all.
I'm not gonna fall.
I need to clean my room and hit Janet Pops. I'm dead.
Yeah, so it just felt like a replay and a very like, hey, you don't have to do the same thing you did before.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you don't have to, be with that person anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you don't have to, this would be a good time to start believing in yourself.
Yep.
It was given a lot. It was given a lot of energy. It was given a lot of energy, y'all.
It definitely was. Can we talk about?
Yeah.
Can
we talk about using pieces from 2020's vision board for 2021 because the material's around me now? I mean, that is a great metaphor for what is taking what you've learned and bringing it into the new year. Also, it's giving ourselves grace to know that the work is not done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like the work never is done, really. You actually don't want the work to finish. You want to always be doing the work. So yes, you can use pieces from 2020's vision board and bring it into 2021 as long as they're positive, as long as they're supportive, and as long as they are ingredients to a better you. And I'm going to drink more of that. Oh my God, in 2021,
were there any
drink your
goals
water.
that you accomplished in 2020?
Huh?
Was there any goals that you accomplished in 2020?
Yes. So this might be small to a lot of people, but for me, this is huge. I'll be going into the new year with more than $100 to my name.
Mm-hmm.
For many years, I didn't have the luxury of having financial stability, or just coin. And so this will be the first year again where I have something to my name, where I have a savings account, and where I'm just capable.
Amen.
I'm capable of a lot of things, and I don't take it for granted because I know there are so many people who don't have that privilege, and as someone I was that person for a very long time. Like I don't remember the last time I had money going into a new year. Like seriously, I have no idea. So I'm just grateful beyond belief. And I also fell in love with myself this year. I mean, I have a long way to go. But I really fell in love with Curtis and like how just like strong I am. Like I don't even like y'all don't even know. Last year around this time, I was crying in my bed, asking God what's going on, because I don't know what's going on. So to be on the other side and just as I look, everyday strength.
Yes.
So as I look back over all He brought me through, I just realized I really am strong. I'm a very strong person, and I had no idea. Or maybe I did know, but I didn't know how to use it.
Got it.
So yeah. What were some things that you accomplished this year, House?
I had to just look at it just now. But one of the things that I said I wanted to move into a luxury apartment.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until when I actually re-looked at my goals, like maybe like last week, and I was like, oh, I do live in a luxury apartment. Like it's like oh, you do, like, you know, it's like, but anyone who, you know, doesn't know my story, I moved from literally the hood into LA, and the building is extremely big. And um and to come from that mentality of like living in the hood and living in something that you deserve is a very hard thing to embrace, because you're just like, when you lived in the hood your whole life, your mindset has always been, this is like walking outside of your building and seeing rats was a normal thing.
Right, right.
Having to having to deal with difficult neighbors, that is a normal thing.
Yeah.
Also, walking inside of a building and praying that no one throws a bottle at your head was a normal thing. And so now, me living here, there's sometimes I have moments where I have flashbacks where I'm like, oh my God, is that gonna happen? And they're like, girl, that does not exist here. Like, and so that it took me a long time to actually embrace that. Even though I've been here for like 4 months. But I do still have like traumatic episodes where I'm like, oh my God, that's about to happen. No, girl, that's not about to happen. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. What was the other one? Was what you said, financially stable. Even though, over the course of the years, I've struggled with getting money and then spending money. And so money is always flowing in and out. But the one thing I've always had difficulties is allowing it to sit in my bank account without having to feel like, oh my God, I need to go spend this, I need to buy this, I need to buy that. And some of the lessons that everything that I've learned in the last 5 years all came to play in 2020. Like,
right, again, 2016.
Yeah, what you said, everything that has happened in the last 5 years took into play in 2020. It was like, girl, you need to learn everything right now. Like,
right.
Everything that you've learned, you need to put that into play right now. So
yeah, because this is real life.
It's definitely real life.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? I had one more. Oh, and staying in God's presence. Which was absolutely mandatory because me moving to LA, I entered into a different space, a different living space, a different mindset, a different everything. And I had to adapt to really relying on God. Like, bro, I need you to make sure I'm okay. Like,
yeah.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, all of these.
Probably.
Right. All the leads.
Yeah. I do want to go back to something you said about how, like, leaving the hood and getting, you got what you prayed for, you got what you asked for, and yet you still, like, it was still some moments where you were like, oh my God, do I really have this? Is this mine? Mm-hmm. I'm struggling. And I just want to normalize and prophesy this right now. In 2021, when we get the stuff that we pray for, we're not going to be shocked. I'm done.
Amen.
I'm done being shocked. Like, I'm done. I'm tired of being shocked. Because it's like, hell yeah, I deserve this. Hell yeah. Like, are you kidding me? Like that Mary song, like, they be talking about, look at her style, all that stuff. But they don't see when you're crying, like, God, are you
there?
Like, what? Like, are you sure you like me? Because right now, I haven't heard a word.
I haven't heard nothing.
I haven't heard a word. And so we're normalizing getting what we prayed for. So everyone watching this is going to get what they prayed for, whether you watch it, whether you're watching it right now, whether you see this video in 3 months, whether you see the video tomorrow, whatever you're praying for, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. And that's it.
Amen.
And when it comes, don't be shocked.
Don't be shocked. I like that.
And like AP said, keep it to yourself. No, I can't.
You said keep it to yourself?
Yeah, tell people who matter.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Tell it to the people who matter and who will congratulate you and remind you that you prayed for that you
Yeah.
asked for that. I think that's one thing, and that's why I love Whitney so much, is because
Aw.
she always, like, I will call Whitney crying. Like, Whitney, it's happening. Da, 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 da. And she'd be like, Kirk, didn't you ask for that? And I'm like,
So sorry, Cooker. This is what I'm currently doing.
oh.
But I'm listening, Cooker.
So baby girl went visual on us. She started using her hand. Okay, I see what you did there.
But yes, you were saying?
I'm just saying, I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for the people who remind me in those moments where I'm confused about why I'm being blessed, that I worked hard for it, and that I earned it, and that I deserve. I deserve it. I deserve to be blessed.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, because you've been put down so long and put off for so long, that when it does come to life, it's a very difficult space to embrace. It's a really difficult space to embrace. It's almost like having so many terrible relationships, and then you finally get that right one, you go, is this real?
Yeah.
Do you exist? And so, but you definitely have to keep like telling yourself, like, nah, this does exist, and this is what, I am, this is what I believe in.
Yeah. This is what I believe. This is what I deserve.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what is mine. All right. This is where I'm at now.
Okay.
Confidence, game changer, everyday strength, breaking bad habits, health, boss-like energy, great mindset. Yeah.
I love it.
Here
I
we go.
absolutely love it.
Here we go. We're having fun. Everyone's having fun. I hope you're all making
Hey, so soon.
a vision board as well. If you're not making a vision board, I hope that you're journaling, writing. Maybe you're praying in this moment. Maybe you're laughing. Whatever you're doing, I'm glad you're doing it. And I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad you're here. We're all happy to be here.
Yes. It's a blessing to be here. It is for sure a blessing to be here. And if you're still here, that means you have a purpose. You have something that you are here to birth into this world, into this generation.
Yeah.
Your voice is needed in anything that you do.
Right.
Otherwise you wouldn't be here.
Right. Sorry. That sound is not the sound. Wow. I'm just really grateful, y'all.
Do you know do you have like a highlight of 2020? Like the best thing that ever happened to you?
In 2020.
In 2020.
There's so many.
That's
wow.
good.
There's so many. I'm going to name them all. All right. The first one is just really building my relationship with God. Like, being able to really hear from God, OD. What else? I was dating someone at the beginning, like the first and second quarter. I don't know how the math works, but yes. So I was in this relationship that, we're no longer together, but it was like the time that we did have together was beautiful and very um introspective. Like it was cool. So I'm really grateful for that. Even though we're not together, I'm grateful for that time, for that, for those prayers, for that romance, for that, just that love, right? Also, again, financial stability during the pandemic. Um, again, as I've shared before, I was on antidepressants last year. So this was a whole year where I wasn't on antidepressants. And really like had moments of anxiety, but less than, much less and less severe than I did in 2019. So yeah. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. Yes, and you know you've grown when you could talk about a relationship that you're not in, but you could be grateful for it. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone give me balloons.
I'm dead. Not balloons.
I want balloons now. I'm gonna get
Give him
myself
balloons while he
balloons.
could get the balloons.
I'm getting my balloons now. I'm getting myself some balloons.
I think one of my highlights was me moving here to LA.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of it just was an eye opener for getting to know Whitney on a different level.
Right.
And so that was definitely one of my highlights of this year. And also having faith in God to actually get me here. To have God actually get me here financially, mentally, to like leave a whole different city from where you live your whole life and going into a foreign place. And
to a
then on
lane
top
you
of
don't
that,
know.
you said what?
To a lane you don't know.
You don't know. And to know that people, what you call it? And to know like, and to stay me here. Like that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Oh, thank you, God. Whew. Sustain me here.
Is there anything you learned from God that you didn't have before in terms of like seeing something you go, I don't think God really, I mean, you believe it, but it's like a second thought. It's like,
Something I learned from God. Say the question one more time.
Is there anything that you learned from God
Yeah.
during this year that you were kind of second guessing?
Oh my God. Sorry. That's me stopping myself from crying.
I'm dead.
You know I love to cry. But that is a very that's a very good question. One thing that I learned from God that I still oftentimes question and struggle with is that I'm actually okay. That I'm actually healthy. I think I don't think, I know. When you deal with mental health issues, and you come out on the other side, and it doesn't mean they go away completely, but when you're in a better place with your mental health, right? Like I was just talking to a friend earlier, and I was telling her like we were talking about our sleeping patterns, and I'm still an early bird. Like I still wake up at the crack of dawn, but I have been going to bed a little later.
Me too.
I think for me, I just think it's because for so long my anxiety showed up at nighttime, and I haven't been experiencing it, and my body, I think subconsciously I'm trying to stay up
Mm-hmm.
to see if it's going to show up.
Wow. That's deep.
I'm just like sitting like, I'm gonna just wait. It's 11. It'll show up. Okay. Yeah. Like, you know, like this is how it goes. It's always showing up at nighttime. And then it'll be like 1 a.m. You know, we've been on the phone a couple of times in the last 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
you've been like, Kirk, what are you still doing up?
And
So,
Kirk?
yeah, so,
Kirk?
yeah, I'm here. We see you.
Oh, it
So
was frozen.
Yes,
But yeah,
I've just
this
learned
times I'm like,
I'm healthy. That's what I've learned. I
I'm like,
am
Kirk,
healthy.
why are you up at this time? Because sometimes we had 2 different time zones, and no boy is up, and I'm like, bruh, it's 11 o'clock here, and what is it, about 2 o'clock there, or 1 o'clock? You know what I mean. But yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I think one of the things I had to embrace with God, and one of the things I've learned is that His timing is always perfect.
Yeah.
But I've known that, but I didn't believe it.
Right.
It's 2 different things to know it, and it's 2 different things to know it.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning. I'm even learning even more now.
Yeah.
Is to trust in His timing, because He sees things way before we do it.
Yeah.
So I'm learning to be like, girl, it's gonna be all right. Like, He's not gonna leave you in a certain time zone. He's not gonna leave you here.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to actually physically learn that. But this year, definitely walking in faith and being like, God, I don't know what you got planned for me, bro. But what I do know is that you're gonna come through.
Yeah.
You're gonna come through.
He will. And I don't know what you got planned for me, but what I do know is better than what's behind me.
That's a good one. Come on with a word.
Yeah, it's better than what's behind me.
Come on with a word, honey. Yeah, I think it's been very my relationship with God has definitely strengthened over the last couple of this year, especially when it comes to faith, honey. Because honey,
Yeah,
yeah.
you needed faith to do 2020.
No, you had to.
You had to
There
have
was a
It was a mandatory. It was in the toolkit.
it
Oh my
was
God!
a
Do you remember being at Parsons? Remember the toolkit we had to get?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was 2020.
I'm dead. You gotta have all the kit. You gotta have everything in there.
You got to have everything in there because you never know what class is going to require those tools.
Wow, Kirk, that's good. Carry your toolbox, bro.
Carry a toolbox. Make sure there's love in there. Make sure there's grace in there. Make sure there's forgiveness in there. Make sure there's light in there. Make sure there's room in there. Because a lot of y'all be closed off.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, oh my God, this was a tough year. I had no support. Open yourself up to support.
Very true.
Amen.
Is there anything you had to forgive in order to move on in 2020?
Myself.
Myself,
yeah. I had to forgive myself. Because as you become a better person, the devil likes to remind you of all the ways you've messed up.
Wow. So true.
And so I spent a lot of this year being like, I'm not that person no more. And like, you can say it 1,000 times. You can say it 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to fight that every day. You have to fight
Yeah.
every day. And so, yeah, I had to just acknowledge where I am. And hell, I worked so hard to be here. That's why I started the new Instagram page in August. Like, I just really needed a space that felt like a new home, felt
Mm-hmm.
that was made for me, the new version of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just I'm grateful for the growth. I'm grateful for I'm just grateful.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Yeah, there's certain areas I'm still like it's not even I think it's more I'm still in a stage of forgiving. Because I feel like forgiving comes with a lot of layers to it. It's not just a one shot deal. Oh yes, this happened. All right, I forgive you. No, it's many layers.
Right.
And that also comes with, you forgiving yourself, you forgiving other people,
Right.
forgiving, to be transparent, even forgiving God, because sometimes we can point fingers at God like, bruh, how you left me out here? But technically, you really didn't.
Right.
He didn't leave you. He just rerouted you, child.
Rebooting.
Right. And so, I'm still in the phase of forgiving.
And that's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Also forgiving, and also, is there anything that you had to heal from in 2020?
I mean, there's so much I had to heal from. But I think if I had to like put it in a box or like like a packaging. Oh my God, we only have 2 minutes remaining.
Wow.
Oh, this is a great way to end. Okay. I had to like really like let go and forgive all of these labels that I've carried on my shoulder for years. And I thank God for therapy, because I learned in therapy that a lot of the labels that I was carrying were all made up, and they were not. I was calling myself these names, and that's really tough to. That's really tough to accept that you are. We hear all the time we're our toughest critic. But when you realize that you've been dragging yourself.
That's a word.
Like when you've been really like speaking ill about yourself in your own head, it's the worst thing.
Oh, child. Trust and believe, I know.
But on that note, we have 49 seconds left. I just want to thank you all for tuning in to Conversations with Curtis with Whitney House. You can follow her on Instagram at The Creative Era. That's TheCreativeEra. And I am Curtis Bryant, which is my Instagram name. IAMCURTISBRYANT with an underscore. Thank you for watching. Make a vision board. Live your best life. Happy New Year. And we love you. We love you. Where's mine? We love you. The vibes. We love it.
Bye.
Thank you.